Today is Monday, August 12th, 2024. It's after 10 a.m. and the sky's overcast and they're calling for rain in the afternoon. I think it was like 50% chance. So I want to get some grass cut today before it rains. I'm going to start up there by the gate, and then I'm going to mow a path. I've already mowed it twice, I think, this year so far. I'm just going to mow a path from there all around the outside edge of the pasture down there, and then I can come back up that hill. I think I've done it before. Anyway, that's where I'm going to be mowing today. It's not much. It's pretty thick now because I haven't cut it for a while. It's grown up pretty thick in there. The path was right there, and it goes around the edge as far as wherever I can reach. Okay, that's what I'm doing today. Okay, let's get started. I gotta refuel first. Well, I'm ready to start mowing inside the small pasture at the gate now. The spray I sprayed the other day, I sprayed the entrance here, so I don't have to mow it. So that worked out pretty good. And sprayed down there on both sides of the culvert, just so the road crew don't have so much a hard time trying to mow that. Okay, let's get started on mowing. See what I can do. I have to go slow because some of it's pretty thick. Mow here. I just mow down to where I sprayed for weeds, and I'm gonna mow on this side of the fence too, up that way. So that works out both ways. And after I mow that or cut grass there, I'm gonna head down here and go through there. Okay, let's get started. Well, there you go. First cut done. I cut that too. Now for the next section. I'm not going to rake none of this up. I'll just let it rot. Okay, now I'm going to do this section. And I'm going to do a section at a time. Okay, this section's cut. This section goes all the way to that dead tree. So I'll go down and I'll come back. That's how I cut it. That way, the reason I make this pathway through here is in case I need to come through with an ATV or anything. Even if I want to walk, I'll have a place clear enough to walk or drive my ATV. Okay, let's keep cutting. Boy, that stuff is really thick. Look how thick it is on this side. I'm going to cut down that side now, on the right side. Pretty thick, but I'll get through it. I just have to go up and down, back up a little bit and go forward again. Also have to keep my clogs up in there sometimes. I have to stop and clean it out. That means, but I always shut the mower off before I clean that out. All right, let's go back the other way and clean this pathway up. Well, I made two passes, one going down and one on each side, put it that way. And look how big these weeds are over here that I let grow up. I need to control them better next year if I don't keep the cattle here. They don't grow much in here because that hill is all clay. That's a clay, dry hill. Yeah, no nutrients there, but this bottom here is always fertile and wet. So it's always got moisture in it, so everything grows good down here. Okay, let's head to the other end and I'll take a view from the other side too. Well, that looks a little better. Well, when I mowed this before, I mowed a path down there because there was a bunch of weeds here before, and but I sprayed them now, so they're taken care of. I think it was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days ago. So weed killer's working pretty good. But I used to mow a path through here. But now that the grass is growing up and it's not in my way, I can just drive through this sprayed area and let that grass keep growing. All right, let's move on down to the other end down there. It's overcast today, as you can see, and keeping it cooler. I can still feel the heat, the sun shining through the clouds, or coming through the clouds, but at least it's cooler for me in the shade of the clouds. All right, that's where I sprayed, and that's working out pretty good because I feed hay here. That's where I feed the hay here and on the bottom of that hill back there. But right now I'm headed toward where I'm standing. Start mowing this. Yeah, I don't know how long it's been since I mowed this, but sure grew back pretty good. I should have been mowing it more often. Okay, well, I'm gonna go down and come back, maybe a couple times, just to make it look good. Because my first cut always leaves these tall grasses, so I have to cut it twice. All right, let's cut. It looks a lot better. And as far as these big weeds here, because this is where the water comes down. Yeah. This is where the water flows down from the road. That road and comes around there and then flows on that side of the tree, where these big weeds are. And next year, I'm going to keep the waterway, I'm going to keep it sprayed like I did here, because that just slows the water down a lot. So I'll have to do something about this next time. Okay, let's head down that way and keep on going. Well, that's what I just cut. And now the water from the road, it comes around those trees there. It comes out here. And it merges down in here. It merges with this stream that comes off the neighbor's field up there. There's the hill up there. All that water from there comes down this stream here. That's what made all this mess. Yeah, keeps it pretty clean. I don't have to worry about spraying here. It's in the shadow of the trees and nothing grows there much. But now I'm going to cut this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut here and around to there. That will be my next section. Around this turn and that turn. Okay. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I'm going to cut through here. Cut through here because it goes around the corner there and goes back that way. But I'm just going to cut this section first, which includes this corner. This corner's cleaned up, and this section's cleaned up all as well. Looking good. Well, here's one of them ironweeds. This is one of the prettier flowers on an ironweed. There's other varieties. There's other kinds of ironweeds, but I like this one. If I have to keep one, I'd keep this one. I like this best. Yeah, that's pretty. Real pretty. Yeah, let's do it this way. Get a picture of it. This is another variety of ironweed. I don't know all their names. I just know their color of their flowers. I like this one too, purple. I just don't like it, ironweed, because cattle don't eat them. That's all. They're not really, well, they just take up space, that's all. And here's another type of ironweed. I guess I like this one the least because they get so tall. And they don't have much of a flower either. Oh, this purple one gets pretty tall too. This one here is like shoulder height, to me. Yeah. But as you can see, the majority of them out there are the ones like this one. Yeah, the majority of them are that kind. They look white. I got a white. I see some more purple ones over that way. Anyway, I spraying them in the past. I should be mowing this down, but I'll do a better job. Keep them under control next year. Well, that's the corner I came from back there, and I mowed this early this year. First time I mowed, I had to mow all the way out here. I had to mow this area because there were some big limbs, long limbs hanging out, but I got them all cut off. So now I can go closer to the tree. And last year I was bush hogging down here, and I got my tractor stuck right there. Yeah, I don't know how I did it. I guess this is all grown up in weeds, and I think I got it stuck right over here. Yeah, it looks different now because that ditch is bigger because of the flood. But I got my front end down. I couldn't get my back wheels were okay, but I kept spinning because my front wheels down were so low. So I had to dig out behind the back wheels and the front wheels, and I got myself out eventually. Anyway, that's okay. Now I'm going to go from here to that corner. Yeah, here to that corner. All right, let's clean this section up now. I'm glad I cut all those limbs off because I couldn't get my tractor underneath them. Had to come all the way out here. That's how wide the limbs were. The leaves that have fallen off this poplar tree here. Look at all these leaves that have fallen off this big poplar. And look at it. Okay, I can't even look up that high. Oh, I hurt my neck, and my back. Okay, get back to work. I get back. Gotta cut this path now. I'll clean that up pretty good. Now to work on that section through there. Oh, this little pond still holds a little water. Not much, but enough. Well, that's where I came from. That's where I'm headed. To here. This is pretty short here because of these trees. Trees don't let much grow. They suck all the juice out of the ground. And here's the section of fence that I need to clean up one of these days before the cattle come back. There's not much here. I could clean it up pretty easily. Yeah, there's some trash piled up. Yeah, but not much. A little there. Yeah. Okay, let's head on down there. Well, this cleaned up real nice because the grass was short. Easy to cut too. That's where I came from. And this is the next section I'm going to cut. I think this will be easier to cut because it's short. Yeah, I like the view from down here. Yeah, it looks nice. Yeah. The fence used to go along here. It used to come here and then make a turn and go around this wooded area here. Well, there's actually a big hole. That's a remnant of the old creek. But my neighbor straightened it out, and they left this pile here. I didn't do nothing with it until this spring. I decided to put my fence through there. There's two ways the water can come in. Here, it can come in here, and then there's another little dip, and it goes out that way. So, but I always avoided it before, but now that I got a fence in there, although I got to pull the tree off, but most of it's okay. It's just this little section here where the water came through. But now the cattle can go in this little hole here and clean it up. So let me get around to the other side. Oh, another section cut. It's easy when the grass is short. Where I came from. That's where I'm headed. To that corner. And down here, there's a lot more of those purple ironweeds. Yeah, I guess they got. It's a little wetter down here. Maybe they like wet. Yeah. Okay. I can see my garden from here. It's drying up. The watermelons are dying. The cucumbers died. Oh, about a week ago they started dying. And yeah, they used to look real nice with all this grass, but after the flood knocked all the grass down, the ironweeds popped up. Yeah. Anyway, back to what I was doing. I don't have much left. This area cleans up real good. The deer like to follow my path. I've seen them run through here on this back side here. Yeah, I think they like a clear path too. That's where I came from. That's where I'm going. To that corner, and then up to there. And I got to mow a little bit in that section there by that walnut. That shouldn't take too long. That's probably the biggest part I got to mow. And the weeds are tall over there too. Okay, let's keep mowing. Yeah, I like the view from down here too. See my house. I see the whole, most of the bottom down here. And that's a walnut, and these two are wild cherry. I left them. Yeah, there's another walnut. Here's a wild cherry. Here's a walnut. I think that's a walnut too, I'm not sure. I think there's another walnut back in there. Yeah, and there's two walnuts. There's a walnut here at the corner, another one here, I think, and then there's two more on the other side. Yeah, I left all the walnuts when I had this cleared. Yeah, I like walnut. And the squirrels like them too. All right, back to cutting. I forgot to mention that this is that new fence I put in this spring. But I got some debris, flood debris to clean up down there. But there's not that much, and I'll do that when I'm ready to, before I put the cattle through here. That cleans up real nice. Grass ain't very tall here. That's because of the shade of the trees, I think. And that's the last area of flood damage that I got, flood debris that I could clean up before I put the cattle back in here. So probably a September, October area, probably. That's if I even decide to bring them back. I'm not sure yet. I want to make sure that those Highland cattle get bred, so best way to do that is leave them with the bull. But we'll see. Let's see. I put them with the cattle. I put with the Highlanders with the bull. I think it was first the spring, when the spring starts, around the 21st of May or March, 21st of March. So 9 months would be around December. So yeah, they'll be having a calf sometime after December. Okay, if they got bred. So I don't know. I might just leave them there. Leave this empty all winter. Who knows? Yeah. Well, we'll see. I'll have to decide that later on. All right, back to work, and I got another section up there to mow. Well, that's where I came from, and this is where I'm going. This is where I'm going. Headed that way and go up to where where I can get it out of the pasture. I could go out the way I came in, but we'll see. That'd probably be easier. Yeah. Going up that hill by the house, that's kind of steep. Okay, let me cut this section. It ain't the last section, but it's the, yeah, it's just the second to last section, I guess. Well, I'm done with this section, and I said before that this was the second to last section. Well, I was wrong about that. I cut this section into two sections, one down here and one up on top. And then there's another section over by the walnut. So I got two more sections to go. Where I came from, this is where I'm headed. Cut this section here, and there's a big section there around at the bottom of that fence and around that walnut. Near the walnut anyway. Okay, let's get this one out of the way and I'll be done soon. And then I think before it rains, I'm going to try to pick up some of this, some of that grass I cut the other day. I think it's pretty dry now. Because if it rains, it'll start rotting. It'll get rotten real quick. That was a hard one to cut. Weeds were big. Look how tall they are. They weren't as tall here as they were up there on both sides, but they're still pretty big. Yeah. I'm going to move up for the last section now. Well, that's where I came from. And I mowed this before, close around here and close to the pond and a little section that way. I'll take a look, see what I got to cut. Yeah, I cut this section here. I made it a wide area too. And then I made a path from here to there. Not exactly sure where it is. It might be down that way. Yeah. Whatever looks easier, that's what I'll cut. Well, I got through it. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. I had to go over it about 3 times. Yeah. First time was the hardest. Anyway, I'm going to go down a little farther. Take a look down there. I got a path in case I ever need to use it. I think the deer probably uses it too, to come up to my garden to eat the sweet potatoes leaves. Yeah. And I think that's what it is, eating those. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough of this. I got one more little patch to cut. Yeah, it's a lot easier to spray it than it is to cut it. Yeah. Besides, this area don't need the. It just grows weeds anyway because of all the hay that I feed here, and the rest, and the weeds grow everywhere else too. But this is always the most weeds because the grass don't grow no more because the cows are do all the manure and stuff. Only weeds grow in the manure. As long as I leave a path, I guess that's all right. Yeah. This other stuff, I ain't gonna worry about it. If and when I ever bring the cattle back, they'll clean it up. I don't really need to, but I'm gonna cut this little area here. It's not much, but that's what I had cut before, so. And I don't think I can cut up there. I'd like to, but there's too many ruts, and then my mower gets hung up. My blades get hung up when a wheel drops into a rut. So I probably won't cut it. Well, I got this cleaned up. And I was even able to go up that side and then come down this side. I had to try to straddle the ruts. They were hard to see though, but I made it. I'm gonna try to go up the middle, but I don't know if I can do that, but I'm gonna try. That way I don't have to go around. A little bit wider view, that's all. Well, got her done. I went all the way around. A small pasture at the bottom. I even cut this, coming up this hill. I don't think I ever cut that before. Or maybe I did, I don't know. Anyway, That's done. Okay. Catch you later. I finished cutting. I'm going to try to pick up some grass in case the rain does come. The only thing that you can see that I cut was down there, over there, and maybe a little bit on that side there. The rest is all hidden. But it's just, like I said, it's just a pathway around the pasture in case I want to go and check something with the ATV or walk, either way. But I usually take the ATV because I'm too lazy to walk. No, okay. All right, that's it for now. I'm going to see if I can get the grass picked up too while I'm at it. I raked up the 9 small piles. I'm going to pick them up first, and then if I still have time, if it don't rain, I'm going to start raking up the bigger piles, which I haven't made yet, but I got 9. So this is the first small pile. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. Loaded the 5th pile. I gotta take this to the barn and dump it. And I'll come back for the 1, 2, 3, 4 more piles before I need to start raking again. Well, I'm gonna put the hay I'm raking up to the clearing today. I'll put it on this side. Worry about what to do with it later. But I got 4 wheelbarrow loads in there from the last cutting, from my last cutting the yard. And now I'm going to start putting them in here on this side. Well, that's 5 small piles, and that's the first wheelbarrow load. This is the 6th pile, and it's bigger than the first 5. So I might want to get piles 6 and 7 on this load. It's number 7 pile, and I'm going to haul this to the barn. This will be my 2nd wheelbarrow load, and piles 8 and 9 are going to be on the 3rd wheelbarrow load. Piles 6 and 7 made the 2nd wheelbarrow load. Pile 8, this is the 9th pile, and so I got piles 8 and 9 on the wheelbarrow, and it will be the 3rd wheelbarrow full, and we'll take it to the barn. Piles 8 and 9 made the 3rd wheelbarrow, but there was some wetness. There was some wet grass in there. Wasn't dry yet, but there's a lot of wet grass in that one, and it already smells rotten. But even if it rots, it'll still turn to soil, so it's okay. If I can't use it for mulch, I'll use it as soil. Anyway, today I'm going to, now I got to rake up the other 7 piles, which are bigger, so it might be one pile to a load. I don't know yet. We'll see how much I can fit into each wheelbarrow. I'm going to try to fill them up, even if I have to steal some from, or borrow some from another pile. Okay, let me rake up some more before it rains. This will make a big pile, and that over there will make a big pile. I'll see how much I can get onto this one wheelbarrow. This will be pile 10 and 11. This made a pretty big pile, but this grass is a lot drier. Yeah. I'm going to put some more on. I don't know if I can get out that whole area, all that on over there, but I'll put as much on as I can. This would be the 11th pile, but I got to rake it up first. Oh, I almost got it all on. That stuff is kind of wet, so I left that. All the stuff that I put on there is drier. So this will be the 11th pile, most of it, and the 4th load going to the barn. 4th wheelbarrow load. This is pile 12 in the wheelbarrow. I added pile 13 to the wheelbarrow, and I think I got just enough room on top to put the wet stuff from pile 11. Well, I got that little wet stuff on top, and now it's really full. But I can make it to the barn. And it just started to drizzle, so I don't know if I'm going to do any more. I got everything on this side of the house. I just have to. I got 3 areas. I haven't raked them up yet, so if it gets wet, at least it'll help dry it out. But if it keeps raining, I won't pick it up. At least I got this much picked up. I got 11, 13, yeah, 13 piles. 13 piles picked up, and this will be the 5th wheelbarrow load today. 13 piles and 5 loads so far. I think that's about all I'm going to do today because it started to rain already. Yeah, I could see it sprinkling. It's real light though, but it's still enough to get the grass wet. So I'm gonna be done now. Like I said, I got 3 more areas to pick up, but I didn't rake them yet, so that's good. I decided to don't rake them unless I'm going to pick them up because it might rain, and it is raining now, so I was right. All right, this is all I got left to pick up. This long pile here, or whatever it is, pile area, and there's 2 long strips over there. Yeah, strip. It's a long strip here and 2 longer strips over that way. I think there's more grass here than there is in them because this is just thicker. Anyway, that's where I'm at. I think it stopped raining, but it did rain, so I did enough today. If it don't rain, I can pick it up tomorrow. It's still, yeah, I still feel a sprinkle. I think it's because I don't feel it as much because I'm next to a tree. Yeah, I can feel the sprinkle. Yeah, especially when the wind blows. Okay, that's it for today. I done enough for today. It's 3 p.m. already, and temperature was okay. I don't think it got above 80, maybe, but somewhere around 80 or below. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. That's right. It's around 77 degrees Fahrenheit, so it didn't even get above 80 today. So it was a good day to work cutting grass. Until now, anyway. I can hear it raining on the carport. Alright, that's all for today. Catch you on the next one. Bye.